This is Silence of the Lambs.
Why are we the only ones in here now?
I'll say this. What Knoxville at first claims is the rattlesnake stunt. It's not quite as it seems, though, is it, boys?
So, no, it's not. No. But do you guys recognize what he's explaining? Like what stunt he's borrowing from to explain what they're about to do?
Yeah. I took that note as well, right?
He's got a Western Diamondback rattlesnake. He's going to release it on the ground. Pontius is going to take a cookie and set it on its head. And then I'm going to try and take the cookie off its head.
That's Wild Boys. That happens in Wild Boys. It is, you know, when we set out to do this podcast, all I could think was I really am not looking forward to talking to you guys about Jackass. I was dreading it. But now that I've done it, it's great because I have this whole backstory about all the stunts that are coming up. I've got some context for it. It's fantastic. I'm still pissed off that I had to talk to you guys so much over the past 54 weeks, but I'm learning though.
What matters most. So we've got three groups here, guys. Dave and Ehren are together. We got Poopies and Zach, and then the last group, Wee Man and Preston. Seems like logical pairings to me, but it's after this that we find out, as Johnny's telling us, the listener, the viewer, it's all a ruse. They're going to lock the door, turn out the lights, and make their lives a living hell. This is Silence of the Lambs. So Dave looks nervous. Like they haven't even told him the fake stunt yet, and he's already nervous walking into the room.
Dave and Ehren both. They're both already just like, what the fuck are we doing here,
Why
guys?
are we the only two people in the basement now? And then boom, the lights switch out.
But what Jay's saying is that's before they've even explained they're
cluing in that something's not right.
Yeah.
They're used to this by now. Whereas Poopies is walking in the room like, I hope they got some antidote.
Antidote. That's, man, the way he goes like him and Zach going in there, and he goes he walks in, he's like, I hope they got some antidote, or it's not antidote, it's antidote, whatever it is, and he goes to Zach and he's just like,
what's antidote mean?
As though he's like cheating on a test, like,
what's antidote?
Hey, what's antidote? And Zach's like, I don't fucking know. You said that. What the fuck? He doesn't say it, but he looks at him with his eyes like, you made up a word. Don't ask me to explain to you what that means. And I've never related to Zackass more because, Chris, you do that to me all the fucking time.
I do love when you can't afford David Attenborough, so you get low rent David Attenborough to bring out the snake. He's almost got the accent down. It's almost there, but something's a little off. So, you know, they're showing off the rattlesnake. It's a Texas rattlesnake. They're trying to scare the guys, think that, you know, the idea is plant the idea in their head that on this table back here, there's going to be a snake in a case. They just need to remember that. That's it. Because when they come back later and the real stunt is about to take place, they lure the groups in alone, one by one. And just for the viewer here or the listener, you get like this was obviously shot 3 separate times in a row without communication between the groups, but we get to see it cutting in and out of each group's experience throughout the whole. So it's kind of a cool way, as though it's
happening at the same time. Yeah.
As though it's happening at the same time. And so they drop everybody in there. This is where you get Poopies getting a little nervous, talking about the antidote, all that stuff. It's the same room, so they know that snake was there before when they came in. The lights go out, and Chris, you were so right. Like when the lights go out, it's like a second before that happens, Danger Ehren and Dave, they know something's bad is about to happen. Like they can just taste it in the air, you know? The lights go out and all hell breaks loose. What I love about this is that we as the viewer get the night vision camera. We can see what's happening. They cannot. It's pitch black in here. And what is the first thing we see, guys? We see Chris Pontius. And describe to me what he's doing here. Because this is amazing.
Is honestly what I think is the most overlooked and my favorite part about this entire sketch.
Hang on. Okay. Okay. You tell it, and then I'm going to say what I'm going to say.
So he's basically doing the Buffalo Bill thing from Silence of the Lambs,
which you didn't pick up on the first time we did this podcast.
That's not where I'm going with this, Mikey. And I didn't, but I picked up on it again as we are fucking doing the review and making notes for once and not just, whatever. Fine, I won't make notes next time. See what the fuck happens.
No, the first time you were like, what the fuck was Pontius doing? He was just in a shawl and doing the man. I'm like, dude, it's Silence of the Lambs. Okay, yeah.
But it's clearly so pitch black in this room, they cannot see a millimeter in front of their face. So Pontius being there doing that has zero relevancy. It's just for them to laugh and see him in the background just being there doing a mangina.
Just for him.
It means zero to the sketch. Not a single person that was getting pranked had any idea he was there and doing that. And I love the fact that they just added that in for their own fucking kicks and giggles, you know?
Dude, it's great, but imagine being one of the guys who got pranked and watching that back later. You're like, he was there the whole time.
He was there the whole time.
Yeah.
There's no idea. But that's the thing is like these guys are, and this has always been the case, but they just seem to be getting better with age, and even 20 years worth of age. They keep getting better at knowing what is going to play on camera. These stunts and these pranks are not against the person who's being pranked. These pranks are scenes that are being put on for the viewer. So sure, they may not see Pontius doing the Buffalo Bill, but we do. And that's what matters. What's funny about it is that all this shit is going on around them without them knowing. What's funny is that we've seen one person exit the room and hit his face on a frying pan, and knowing as soon as Danger Ehren starts opening the door, that's about to happen to him. It's like one of the most basic elements of storytelling, and they're doing this in a way that like some dumbass fucking Zoomer YouTube star is going to prank someone and not understand that's what makes a good prank.
Yeah.
This is so good. This is one of the best fucking Jackass stunts that's ever existed.
Ever happened.
Hands
for sure.
down.
When you know, like right before you said when Danger Ehren finds the door.
There's a door, Dave, over here. Dave, this way.
Yeah, right.
Dave, this
Fuck that
way.
door. Fuck that.
The sheer PTSD and audacity of Dave England to be like, no, that's a trap. Obviously, I'm not fucking going through there. Like,
oh, man.
and fucking. Danger Ehren is getting frustrated. Like, all right, you know what? Fuck you. Fine, you're on your own. Smack right to the head with the fucking the pot right away. Like as he's finishing his sentence, it immediately comes true. And then you got Johnny selling the fucking snake thing when they knock over the snake and they cue the snake sound effects. And Poopies goes,
So if we get bit, we die. Are you serious?
so if we get bit, we die? Like in the most genuine fucking way possible.
He's like, fucking great. We get bit, we die. Awesome.
So we get, and he was so genuine about it. He's like, I can't, what are we doing here? Yeah. And then Zackass thinking he's getting bit, and then Johnny really playing that whole role. Like, guys, no, seriously, there's a fucking snake on the ground. Fuck, we need to get you out of here. Like, seriously, guys, this isn't a joke. Be careful. And the old guys, like Dave England, would have probably still knew that was still a ruse and still not fucking partook in it.
That's
whereas
such
the
a
new
good point.
guys,
He doesn't even try to do that to the new guys. They don't even tip the snake over to that. Or to the old guys. I didn't even think about that, but they don't even tip the thing over to the old guys. They would have picked up on that.
When they're running Zackass out, he's new. He doesn't understand that they're going to go this far and there's going to be even more to it. And it's just, I love that balance, man. This is just the greatest.
Basically, like as Jay set up, like you've got everyone running around this pitch black thing. There is that initial moment of just like hitting people with stun guns and like rubbing them in the face with like furry gloves, like just weird shit that your mind is going to go 1,000 miles a minute when the lights are off. And that's perfect. You get a scene in this one where Preston Lacey is kind of like backing himself up against a corner in the middle of the darkness.
Yeah.
And Preston Lacey, I don't aesthetically want to make fun of any of the Jackass members, but objectively speaking, Preston Lacey has aged the most of any Jackass member, right? Like we can agree with that. Like he looks like he's aged the most of any of the Jackass members.
I think England, but yeah.
Maybe England. England is up there as well. But in this scene, when Preston Lacey is backing up into the corner, holding a thing, shaking, shivering to his core, he becomes the youngest member that Jackass has ever had. He is such a little baby boy. Yeah.
It's such a good point.
Yeah.
And then you have like moments like that. I think the dynamic between Danger Ehren and Dave England is the best part, one of the best parts of this stunt, where like Dave he's like, Ehren, where are you? And Aaron's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do to help you?
Ehren!
How am I supposed to even help you, Dave?
I just need to know you're there.
And Dave says, I just want to know you're there.
Yeah. Oh man, it's such a great exchange. Everybody's just getting so frustrated, but it's their exchange, their banter that's just like old friends who've had enough of each other. One of them doesn't want to listen.
There's no moment in this movie or that will exist in Jackass history. Like in the ramp, you have the introduction of the new members of Jackass. In Silence of the Lambs, you have here's the old versus the new, and these are the major This is what a year's or a lifetime's worth of being a member of Jackass does to you. This is what a lifetime worth of watching Jackass but not being a member of Jackass hasn't prepared you for. And I love that separation.
Even when the lights turn on, Dave England has, which I think might be the line of the movie. When Johnny's come, he's like, is it done? Is it done? Johnny's like, yeah, just come over here. It's done. The lights are on. He goes, I'm not fucking leaving.
I will fucking live here.
He's like, I will fucking live here. I will make a new life here and live here. He's like, I'm not fucking going with you. And that's after everything's even done. He is so shell-shocked. It is so fucking awesome.
He aged 3 years in that
sketch alone.
15 minutes. Yeah.
No, I 100%. And I know we got to move on and start to wrap up, but the genius in this sketch too is that there is even a second room planned out. Like one room was enough, but the fact that they thought, okay, these guys are going to escape, but let's just continue to make hell for them. The second room is almost just as dark, and you've got frying pans hanging from the ceiling right under, like right over a big mat that's just laid out with marbles. So you're gonna fall.
Mouse traps on the side. If you're trying to use your hands to guide your way.
Yeah, and it's just so funny that. Of course they thought of that. And we talked about it last time in the initial impressions, but when Zach tries to climb over the table thinking there's an exit on the other side of the mousetrap table, like how wrong he was so close to getting out of there. Like you can see the exit door if he had just kept walking forward, but for whatever reason he thought, well, I better go this way. It's like, what's going on in your head, at that point? You've just had enough, that
panic.
You just panic.
Sheer
You'll do
panic.
anything to get out of that situation. And I think out of all the guys, though, and maybe you guys can give me your rating for this too, but out of all the guys who did the sketch, out of everybody who is on here, I think Wee Man is the unsung hero. I think he handled it the best. I don't remember seeing Wee Man really that scared or bothered by anything.
He's so small they couldn't even find him in there to get him.
Dude, he walks into the second room. None of the frying pans are going to fucking hit him. He walks straight under them.
They could have lowered one.
I bet you they did. They probably thought that out too. They probably had a few just for Wee Man.
But yeah, what would you guys say? Would you agree with me on that? Wee Man? Unsung hero this one?
Wee Man is, I think the fact that he doesn't show up, the fact that he doesn't, like, he's not even featured in this one means he's probably just like too cool for school. You know what he probably did? He probably, as the veteran, knew the snake wasn't in that barrel and just put himself in the fucking barrel and waited there for the lights to come on.
Yeah, like if you're talking about the hero of this, like I'm going not with who did the best job. I'm going with who provided the most laughs, and that's England for me.
England for sure. Although here's one of the biggest laughs I had. I don't know if you guys picked up on this one, but it baffled me. This one fucking blew my mind. Zackass makes his way to the second room, which, by the way, as a nod, you mentioned, Jay, you're like, of course they're going to have the frying pans and this and that, but they figured out that formula of having a little button on the stunt, like in the B limo, when they have just marbles and then paintballs. As soon as they walk out of the limo full of bees, they've got marbles they're going to slip on, and then they're going to get shot with paintballs. Just like such a mean addition. Like you filmed the exit, well, here's some frying pans and some mouse traps. Like, fuck you guys. Really mean. But the one thing I'll say about Zackass, he finds that room. He hits the frying pan, falls down on the marbles, and he's sitting on the floor of marbles, and he just sits, he's like,
I don't even know where my glasses are. What the fuck?
Why do you need glasses? It's pitch black. What the fuck are you talking about?
I didn't even think of that.
That's so true.
Yeah, the things you'll do when you're just in a panic state, right?
Yeah, I mean,
it's amazing,
exemplifies
man.
It.
And the fact that they find a way to keep every person in this at a 10 out of 10 in terms of their panic and fear for 3 or 4 minutes, however long this one lasts.
Except maybe Wee Man as to
except Wee Man, yeah.
Well, let's
boys,
give this a rating.
I think we should. Chris, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I mean, if I could go higher than 10 out of 10, I'd go higher than 10 out of 10. This is as good of a stunt as you'll ever see on any Jackass episode of all time.
Yeah, what more do you need to see? I don't need to see any more. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. This is a fucking genius sketch.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Jay, what are you doing? What are you doing right now? What are you doing?
This could be the one.
This could be the one, but I'm sorry, Chris. It will not be the one. Not this time. It's a great sketch. Dudes, come on. This is one of the best in a long time. But
what's better? What's better? Name one that's better.
Well,
grass sledding, apart from grass.
How did you know what I was about to say? Fuck off. Get out of my head. Guys, I haven't given any 10s other than, like, literally this. I'm not even kidding. The baby powder fart was the only 10 I've given. You can see that I need something that needs to be. It's kind of like when you go to a really fancy restaurant and you know, the chef spends hours curating this one tiny little like thumb-sized morsel that is so delicious, so perfect that you couldn't have imagined it in your wildest dreams, yet it's over before it even begun.
Oh, right. So Silence of the Lambs, right, what you're describing.
Silence of the Lambs is a beautiful like 5-course meal.
Yeah, it's like the Mandarin buffet. You get everything that you fucking want.
Yes.
And it's fucking cheap and it's fucking amazing. I love the Mandarin and I love this fucking sketch. I have everything you want. You want fucking this, you want this, no problem.
Well, boys, it's so goddamn good. Trust me, it's so goddamn good. But it's a 9.5 out of 10 for me.
It's
not there. It's not there, and here's why.
Okay, yeah, tell us.
Here's why.
Tell us why you're wrong.
Okay. Listen, you already know. Okay, let's get the obvious out of the way that I'm a hard marker. I always have been. People are probably raving. People are upset right now. I get it. Maybe people don't really fucking care. That's probably the logical conclusion you should come to. But the reason I feel like it's just under a 10, and don't give me like a 9.5's not a good score. That's really fucking good. But here's the thing. It's fun. This is something that you would want to do with your friends. There's twists, there's turns. I just needed it to have something else to make it. Here's the thing. The best reactions came arguably from, I would say, Dave and Ehren, right?
Sure.
And then you had Poopies and you had Zach, I would say. They'd come in second place for enjoyment factor. But when it came to like Preston and Wee Man, nothing really happened. And I can't feel like that was a missed opportunity. They should have put a different group in there because it felt like I wanted to see all three of those groups go through something and have like the belly laughs. And they did a good job of that, 2 out of 3. But I don't know. I just feel like the only thing I enjoyed out of the Preston group was when he was sitting there shivering. But other than that, like, it was all forgettable from them. And
I mean, Jay, if
I don't know,
there was one thing you could have said that could justify you not giving it a 10, that was actually a pretty fucking solid point. I'll give you that credit. I still think it's an easy fucking 10 out of 10,
That's
but
fine.
At least you had a somewhat justifiable answer.
Well, here's the thing. When I was in the theater, I remember having the thought, oh, this is over already? Shit, I wanted more of that. Like, I was expecting there was going to be more payoff, and I think part of it is because of that, because I was wondering, okay, we saw 2 great payoffs, but where's the third one? And it wasn't there.
Yeah, but one thing you have to keep in mind is that with most Jackass sketches, they film more than what they show you. So their only mistake, I think, is letting us know that Wee Man and Preston were in there in the first place. And if they didn't, you wouldn't have the scene with Preston in it. But they showed you so that you got it. Okay. I think, and I know that you wanted more. I wanted more as well. But this is one of the longest Jackass sketches you'll find. You can't go much longer than this. I think one of the major exceptions would be like Danger Ehren in the Pew Beard, that one, like at the end of Jackass 2.
Yeah.
But I don't think that there are many more that are longer than this one. I think it gives you everything you need. My big thing is like, I get being hesitant about giving a 10, but like you gave a 10 to an interstitial, basically, which was the fart, the baby powder fart.
Right.
And like that is so, and I also get why you give that a 10, but there has to be some credit given to the fact that they took such a big swing on this one. This was like a fucking magnum opus. There was so much coordination that had to go into it. So many diversions from the fact that like you got the snake, you got they brought an animal expert in to throw people off the scent. It wasn't just that there was a snake, the animal expert. So people are going to be like, there's something else going. Then they have the scene off to the side. Danger Ehren finds his way out of the main doors and he gets hit 3 times in the head somehow with a soccer ball that Johnny Knoxville is going to throw at him.
Yeah, we didn't talk about
Zackass is like, they've thought about everything. To me, this is the perfect summation of what a Jackass prank is. They figured everything out. They fucked the veterans over. They fucked the new guys over. They surprised the viewers. It was, and they let Johnny be one of the guys who was orchestrating it. Like, I could not have expected any more than this.
I think without question, is hands down the all-around best Jackass thing that's ever happened, in my opinion.
Furnished by Sad Styles Productions.
Get into it.